All right, guys. So let's tackle 5-number summaries. 5-number summaries. I'm going to do example 3 on page P26 of your book. They give you a bunch of data points. They give you 12 of them. I arranged them in order. So when you're dealing with 5-number summaries, you need to arrange the data in order. So put data in order. Okay? So again, we're going to end up using our calculators and stuff to find this information, but I kind of need you guys to understand what we're dealing with. So just like standard deviation, remember standard deviation, just for SD, standard deviation measured, measured variability. In other words, it measured spread. How far apart are the data points spread out? Okay? So the farther out they're spread out, the bigger the standard deviation is going to be. The smaller the smaller the standard deviation, the more together the points are going to be. So for 5-number summary, it's another way. So this 5-number summary is another way to measure spread, or what we call variability. How variable are these data points? And in stats, it's very important to understand how far apart the numbers are as you guys get going. So this is one of the units. So those of you who are not sure if they're going to take AP, not AP, but statistics or whatever math, this is one of the reasons we're doing it, so you guys can have an idea of what's going on. So there's 5 things to the 5-number summary. There's the minimum. There's quartile 1, better known as Q1. There is the median. Whoops. There is quartile 3, better known as Q3. And then the final one is your maximum. Okay, so we've talked about median. That's our center. Okay, so now we're going to take our center and we're going to figure out how far apart they are. Minimum number, it's the minimum value. So this one is 10. So that's my minimum. That's 10. My median, because there's 12 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Since it's an even number, I've got to take the middle 2 and add them together and divide by 2. Because I need to find the very middle number, which gives us 34 over 2, which gives us 17.5. So the median is 17.5. So the middle of these numbers is 17.5 when we put them in order. Now, since the median is 17.5, I need to find the middle of the left side. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I take these two numbers, 13 plus 14, divide that by 2, gives me 27 divided by 2. That gives me 13.5. 13. That is my quartile 1. So this is 13.5. Okay? Quartile means quarter. So what we're saying is that from 10 to 13.5, there's 25% of the data. And since it's a quarter here and it's the median in the middle, this is 50%. That means that there's 25% of the data between these two. That means for the median, there's 25% of the 50% of the data on the left and 50% of the data on the right, which is half. So if we look at this, let's just figure it out. So There's 6 data points over here. 6 out of 12 is 50%. There's 6 data points over here. 6 out of 12 data points is 50%. So the median signifies the exact middle. There's 50% of the data points on the right, left, and 50% of the data points on the right. The quartiles figure out where there's 25% of the data on the left and 75% data on the right. Where quartile 3, we're going to take the left here. There's 6 of them. That means I've got to take these two, add them together, and divide by 2. That's going to give me 39 divided by 2, which is 18.5. No, 19.5, sorry. 19.5. This is 19.5. Okay? And that means that between 17.5 and 19.5, there's 25% of the data. And between our maximum number of 21 and 19.5, there's 25% of the data. This is 21. 21. So when we look at this thing, this is our 5-number summary. 5 numbers: minimum, quartile 1, median, quartile 2, 3, and maximum. Quartiles mean that there's 25% of the data on the left. Median means there are 50% data on the left and the right. And then quartile 3 means that there's 25% of the data to the right. And so the idea is this. Look, between 10 and 13.5, there's 3.5. 25% of the data is 3.5 points apart. Between 13.5 and 17.5, 25% of the data is 4 points apart. But look how close this is. 17.5 to 19.5, there's 25% of the data within 2 points. So this is more spread out, this is more spread out, this is squeezed together a little bit. And you can tell by the length of how it's kind of set up. Now, that's your 5-number summary. We're not going to worry about constantly calculating these by hand. Again, we're going to use the calculator to do it. But your 5-number summary tells us what percent of the data is in between the minimum and quartile 1 and the median, and then quartile 3 and the median, and then quartile 3 and the maximum. There's one major important number that you're going to get from all of this. It's called the interquartile range, and it's from Q1 to Q3. So the interquartile range equals Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 19.5 minus 13.5, which is 6. So that tells us 50% of the data is between 13.5 and 19.5 units. So 50% of the data points are in between those two numbers. That's kind of the basic idea of 5-number summaries. We'll tackle the next video. I'll tackle how to do it on all the computers. So good luck, guys.